What's good, people? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody is safe. It's your host, once again, Michelangelo, for BMW, Be More Wise. I want to thank the ones that was looking at my views last week. I'm a new channel, so I appreciate the views. One more thing I would need for y'all to do also is subscribe, like, comment, put that thumbs up, you know what I mean? So we can keep on moving along. Like I said, I'm trying to get to at least 100 subscribers. I know it takes hard work, but I'm dedicated. I'm a dedicated man and doing what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Not just for me, but for my people who wants change and for the Most High, our God, the creator of all things. You know what I mean? God of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, his son, Yahushua. You feel me? But I'm going to get on with it. The name of this video, I want to call it Many African Americans Have Become Satan's Best Friend. I'm going to say it again. Many black people, African Americans, have become Satan's, the devil, best friend. That's who their best friend is. And this is something that we have to acknowledge and understand that that's what it is. It is what it is. You heard it saying before. It is what it is. And allow our people have joined forces with Satan. Before we get started, I want to read like a scripture that points that out when it comes to our people. And this is coming from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 4, verse 22. And this is what the Most High say. For my people are foolish. They have not known me. They are silly children, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge. That's Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. He said, for my people, and we are his people. And when you pick up the book, the holy book, his word, his people is Israel. That's who we are. Whether you want to like it or don't accept it or don't believe it, it's on you. I'm not up here trying to make you believe it or anything like that. I'm just pointing out the truth. Just like how these videos point out the truth on how our people have committed sins that reached up to heaven with the Most High. They made an agreement, a deal with the devil, and they like riding out with him each and every day, committing these acts. But I'm gonna get right into the video, and like how I do, I chop it up. I may pause it, talk a little bit. This first video, it's coming from Jacksonville, Florida, because it's like going all over the place in America. One sister, is she my sister? When you hear about what she's doing, and if you with her, then I guess you with her. You can call her your sister. But if you against her, nah, that's your enemy. Peep it.
That a woman who police say played a major role in a large-scale drug trafficking organization has made headlines before. I'll show you a video of 44-year-old Kimberly Walker. News4Jax previously profiled her when she became the first African-American to own a BP gas station in Florida. This was last summer. That gas station is located in Arlington. Well, now she's one of 8 people indicted by a federal grand jury. News4Jax reporter Eric Abney has been following the story since we first learned of charges yesterday. Eric's joining us live with what we learned today.
Well, we learned that Kimberly Walker still owns this BP gas station. We also found out that federal agents used News4Jax video of a story that we did on her a year ago about purchasing this gas station as part of their investigation. The details in these federal court documents reveal 44-year-old Kimberly Walker appears to have been the person calling the shots in what is described by federal investigators as a drug trafficking organization. According to transcripts from phone conversations that were intercepted by federal agents, Walker made sure narcotics were available for sale at this home on 14th Street, which is described by undercover agents as a trap house or a home where narcotics are stored and sold from. According to the report, there were also phone conversations between Walker and a relative about bagging synthetic drugs, later identified as Flakka and Molly. Another intercepted conversation includes comments made by Walker about co-defendant Brandesia Williams, who was shot. Walker is recorded saying they don't want to take the bullet out because it may cause more damage. Also in these federal documents,
You hear what the reporter is saying about this woman right here? She's not my sister. You can call her your sister, but she's not my sister. She's my enemy. Because for one, like how they said, the first African American to get a gas station. And then when she get the gas station, she takes the money and she flips it and she buy drugs. And then she put that poison into the youngsters for some money. Yo, she's a witch. She's a warlock. You feel me? That's what she is. Look at her. Look at her actions. Who does that? Would you claim her as your sister? I know the Most High won't. I know he's not.
a transcript from a text message between Walker and an unidentified person about receiving bags of narcotics and making sure it's the exact amount. We also learned that on January 14th, an undercover agent and a confidential informant entered this BP gas station in Arlington believed to be owned by Walker, then later confirmed after another informant showed investigators this News4Jax story on Walker becoming the first African American in Florida to purchase a BP gas station.
As I looked around, I realized that gas stations didn't close down through the COVID-19.
In March, a confidential informant wearing a recording device and working under the direction of federal agents showed up at the trap house and reportedly purchased Flakka and Molly. Walker and the other suspects have been under constant surveillance from both on the ground and from a helicopter overhead. This is also how investigators say they learned some of the drug transactions took place outside the Bottoms Up strip club on Blanding Boulevard.
And you feel me? So you see what she's into. Like the Most High say, they are wise to do evil. Our people know how to do evil. They know how to glamorize it to the T. To where like when youngsters is looking at it, the young babies that's growing up, they admire that shit. And they want to portray that same act. But to do good, they have no knowledge. That's what the Most High is saying about his people. To do good, they have no knowledge at all. You understand what I'm saying? And all those drugs that she's popping and getting these females
Running
to pop.
a small business is incredibly
You feel what I'm
challenging.
saying?
We definitely keep growing.
Did you know that 77%?
Let me
Only
take that
into
out the
large
way.
gatherings, women dancing.
This is what
on
they
top
do.
of squad cars, creating chaos on the south and west sides of the city. It's a problem that people living and working in those communities are fed up with. And tonight, as Suzanne Lamignol reports, residents are calling for Chicago police to put an end to it.
Imagine trying to drive
Look at
home
'em,
and
yo.
you're met with
Like a bunch
this,
of animals.
a large group of people along with women twerking on a police squad car.
I went around the crowd and I went home.
Mindy Beiser has called the Near West neighborhood home for the past 3 years. She says she's seen this here at Oakley and Washington a couple of times, most recently this past Saturday.
What do you think about that when you see such large gatherings?
I just hope everybody will be safe out here, and I just go home.
Christopher McDaniel works in Near West.
They don't want to be safe, sweetheart. You know what I mean? When they come out there, they full of drugs, the Molly, the Flakka, and this is how they act, like a bunch of monkeys. And then our people wanna cry when white people say, yo, we don't want you in our neighborhood, or we don't want you in our restaurant. We hate on each other. And that's what we do, and we enjoy doing it. We enjoy doing it. Disrespecting each other, disrespecting the neighborhood. We turned our neighborhoods into hoods. The white man didn't do that. We did that. We like throwing trash on the ground. We like urinating in public. We like robbing each other. We like kicking each other doors in and taking shit from each other. We like partying till 1, 3, 4 in the morning and don't care and don't have no respect for our neighbors. We like doing those things. We like marking up the walls with graffiti, busted glass bottles all over the place. We are nasty people, man. Nasty.
What I would like is to see more events planned for that demographic of students or children so that they have something more constructive to do with their time.
Alderman Walter Burnett Jr. says large crowds like this used to be a problem at Toohey Herbert Park, just a few blocks away, here at Adams and Hoyne.
We had to put no parking signs up for people who's non-residents in the community. The police go over there to make sure folks don't party over there.
But then they moved the festivities over to Ellen Gates Star Park.